Hey, Scott from MyGrowthRings.com here once again is my garage shop, and welcome to the follow-up to the weekend video that I call Stumped Q&A, which is where we answer your questions and comments and cheap shots from the previous weekend's video. And in this case, that video was on upgrading the wheels on Shopsmith casters. We talked about two different upgrades. One was just replacing the standard hard plastic wheels with these inexpensive economy polyurethane wheels from Amazon. And we also talked about upgrading to the Shopsmith premium polyurethane wheels, which are a larger diameter wheel. One question, a comment that somebody made was, oh, I like the bigger wheels because I like that they give you more clearance. No, they don't. They go on the same caster assembly and they raise the machine the exact same height. What they will do, being bigger, is they will span cracks and voids and things in your floor better than any. Now, you saw in the video where my Mark V just rolled smoothly across the driveway. I mean, it is like on glass. So the comments from people who said they've upgraded it and they like it because it's so smooth, trust me, my summary at the end of the video was not to say I didn't like them. I like them. There's just more effort and more cost involved in them than the economy upgrade. And I was pleased with the economy upgrade. But this all brings to mind something I wanted to talk with you about. And it's summarized in the video description. I don't care, and neither should you. It seems to be that as owners of Shopsmith equipment, we face pushback from people who don't understand what we see in this equipment. You walk into a woodcraft store and you say, hey, I want to talk to somebody about some accessory for a bandsaw. They'll ask you, well, what bandsaw do you have? It's a Shopsmith bandsaw. 9 out of 10 times, you're going to get a lecture from somebody who knows nothing about it, about how long it takes to change over the machine. And usually that person learned that from somebody else who has no experience with it. It's silly what we face as we use this equipment. We don't need to be separating among ourselves. We are part of a fraternity here, and we should support each other. So here's the thing. There are folks that use this equipment that fall into the camp that they use 100% original equipment manufactured parts. They want to support Shopsmith. It doesn't matter if it costs more than anybody else because they know it's going to be engineered right and it's going to work well. In fact, they'll wait months to get it, but they're happy with it in the end. I fully support that line of thought. There's also folks that say, you know what? I can put something together using pieces and parts from Harbor Freight, and I can get my Christmas gifts done on time. Fully support that as well. You do you, right? You get done what you can get done. Most important thing really is that you're enjoying yourself, that you're working safe, and hopefully you're wearing this equipment out, right? And if you don't like it, then by all means sell it because there's somebody out there who would love to get their hands on your equipment. So yeah, there are people that said they have the premium casters, they love them. You have people who say I would never spend that kind of money. Great, you have an option. Go to Amazon. By the way, you can buy the Shopsmith casters on Amazon too. I'll link to them in the doobly-doo in the video description. People who said they would never flip their machine over, they would rather raise one end at a time. Perfectly fine. If you're going to do that, slide the headstock and the carriage off to one end, and then you're going to raise the other end now that's lighter, and put a sawhorse underneath the weigh tubes to raise it up. It's not going to get crazy high, so if you got knees like mine, you might want to take a chair to help you get the job done. But you absolutely can do that without flipping the machine over. It's not difficult to flip over. If you want to do that, you're never going to get the casters any higher than that. And in fact, there was a comment that was spot on. They said, Scott, you didn't have to flip the machine over and over again to check whether the casters were making contact, to use the spacer that was provided, and so on. You could just take a long straight edge and run it from foot to foot with the casters then in between. And at the first height, it should raise that off the feet. It's exactly right. I don't happen to have a long straight edge in my garage, but that's even suggested in the instructions. So absolutely correct. There was also comments from people who said they didn't get those spacers. Well, if you bought the casters early on, they've been around for a couple of years, maybe they didn't include them. It's just a big washer, and you can make it work. Let's see, what size is this shaft? That shaft is 3/8 of an inch in diameter, something like that. So if you go with a 1/2 inch ID, you'll be just fine using that as a spacer. Any other points? Oh, yeah. Somebody said, can you use the larger upgraded casters on a Shopsmith special purpose tool stand? So if you have a dedicated Shopsmith stand for the bandsaw or the jointer, or if you have a power station, that's the variable speed stand, or a crafter station, which was another variable speed stand, or even the Shopsmith freestanding bandsaw or scroll saw or the Shopsmith Pro planer, you cannot use the upgraded casters. Now, every time I am told that, anything like that, you can't do something, I always look for a way around it, and you probably could. The challenge is not only would you have to raise the casters up, but somehow you'd have to raise all of the support pieces that go around the legs, and even then you might run into some clearance problems. So there's where I would say if you have one of those machines on casters, go ahead and go with this. You will not regret it. It's a great deal. They work fine. And again, there's links down below in the video description, and the doobly-doo. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful that you're enjoying this channel and that you're taking time to leave comments. That's such fun for me. It's nice to not be alone in what is kind of a little bit of solitude in the shop, and it's fun to have that time chatting with you. So please continue the conversation with me there. Make it a great Thanksgiving, and I'll see you this weekend for something new.